Hello, hello, dear friends of mine. Welcome to a vlog. This is not necessarily a vlog I thought I would be making, but it is a vlog I'm making today nonetheless. You know this shelf? this one up here. Those from here up is my middle grade shelves. We're doing a purge. But we're doing a purge in a actually let's try and read some of them sort of way. So, I needed to pick a book via a poll pick, and my patrons truly screwed me over a little bit with their choices, and they ended up selecting me to read Middlegrade. In their defense, they didn't know what they were voting for. It was an ambiguous emoji poll, but they ended up selecting for me to read Middlegrade. So I'm using that opportunity, and we're going to try and read a bunch of Middlegrade. DNFing is an option. I anticipate a few DNFs in this, and the aim of this, for me really, is 24 hours. I'm going to do a 24-hour Middlegrade purge, and that's the plan. So I've picked out 4 books to start with for this in this little stack, but some of these will help us in other ways. So, the one I think I'm going to start with is Wilderlaw, because I would like to start with one that I think I might like, and this one has been compared to Pokemon, and we know I like Pokemon. Wilderlaw, The Accidental Apprentice. I do believe it's like apprentice and animal companion, and there's something like magical about the animal companions, hence the Pokemon comparison. Yeah, that's as much as I know about this, so I think there could be a good chance of me liking this one. So we're going to start with this one. This one pains me, but Rainbow Grey, Eye of the Storm, this is the second one. I read the first one when I was super into middle grade, and I liked it. Yes, it was very young, but it was cute, and I liked it. And I think now, if even back then when I read it, I was like, it's a bit young, but it's cute. Now, I fear this isn't going to be my cup of tea, so I'm going to give this one a go. The illustrations are super adorable, and I think this is the one that Gavin is in. Yep, there he is. Gusty Gav. If I can fall into the cuteness again, and not think about how young it is, then this could be good, but I think it's still going to be too young, so if I end up not liking this, I will unhaul the trilogy. One that I don't anticipate remembering an awful lot about, so I'm not really sure which way this is going to go, but The Smoking Hourglass. This is book 2 in the Uncommoners series by Jennifer Bell. I liked book 1, but I do think the main thing that attracted me to these books is the cover illustrations, because they're Carl James Mountford illustrations. However, I now have very mixed feelings on Carl James Mountford as an illustrator, because I don't necessarily agree with his latest projects. So I feel less attached to him as an illustrator. So I feel like it would now be easier for me to unhaul these, but I still want to give the second one a go, just to see if it like brings up memories from the first one, and if I maybe do want to continue or whatnot. But again, if I'm not feeling that one, I can unhaul the whole trilogy. And then another one that I do anticipate liking, Alex Bell's Explorers at Pirate Island. This is the second book in the second trilogy of the Explorers series from Alex Bell. So we had the Polar Bear Explorers in the first ones. The first trilogy was the Polar Bear Explorers. And then in the second one we have the Ocean Squid Explorers, and this is their second expedition. So this is book 5 in the series. Overall, the first one follows Stella, and these ones follow Ursula and her friends. I've liked all of the books in this series so far, so I do anticipate this one will bring up good thoughts, because I love the Polar Bear Explorers Club. I just do. So I think I'm going to like this one as well. And that's where we're at. So we've got 2 that I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy, and 2 that could end up with 6 books off my TBR, which I think is a good place for us to start with this purge. Now, it is like 11:30 on Friday night. I am doing a 24-hour readathon with my patrons. I'm definitely approaching this a little bit differently than I anticipated approaching this 24-hour readathon, but I'm going to be kicking off at midnight, and we're going to try and read as many middle grades, or DNF as many middle grades as we can before midnight Saturday night. That's the plan. So I'm going to get myself set up and ready and cozy. As I say, I've got this stack to start me with. If we go beyond this, fantastic. I hope we go beyond this. And let's see where we end up. Hello, it is 2 a.m. And in those couple of hours, I've done a few sprints with my patrons, and I have made it to page 78, which is chapter 9. 78 of Wilderlaw, or is it Wilderlaw? I have always thought it was pronounced Wilderlaw, but it could be Wilderlaw. I don't know. The Accidental Apprentice. So far, so good. It's fun. It's a bit cute. I'm intrigued. I can see the Pokemon-esque-ness in the relationship between the human and the beast. So yeah, kind of as expected. A bit fun. So I'm looking forward to continuing. However, with it being 2 a.m. now, I am super duper tired. So I'm going to go to bed. And I shall continue on the morrow. I'm shocked. I'm so surprised. This comes as a surprise to both you and I and everybody else. I really enjoyed this one, and I'm really glad to have really enjoyed this one. It was nice to have a middle grade that excited me. I really enjoyed this story. I liked the adventure. I liked the friendship and the way that our main character, Barclay, who every time I saw his name I just thought of Barclay's Bank, but Barclay. He has his reasons for the things that he believes, and he's always been treated in a particular way. And he does kind of stay true to what he wants, or what he thinks he wants, and despite kind of the pressures of everything around him, he follows his heart in a very cute and wholesome middle grade sort of way. And I really like this. And of course, the beast element of this. You're my beast, aren't you? You are my beast. You don't have magic, though. You're not magic. Got you in a headlock. You're gonna steal my chair, aren't you? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the beasts and the beast magic and the beast bonding, how these different ranks of creature, and they all have a different elemental affinity and stuff. It is very Pokemon-esque in that way, and I very much enjoyed that. And we've got the legendaries and the more common lower levels. There was even mention of one that looks like a rat, and it just reminded me of a ratata. So the Pokemon love definitely came through in this one. I had a fun time, and I'm gonna give it a solid 4-star. And this one I will be keeping on the middle grade shelves. She stays. She lives. I'm surprised. I had so much fun. If you're a middle grade person and you like Skandar, it definitely gave me similar vibes to Skandar as well, which is one that I have continued to enjoy. So if you like that sort of vibe, perhaps even, I suppose people do compare Skandar to Percy Jackson. I didn't love Percy Jackson, but I can see the comparison. So again, I would kind of liken it in that direction as well. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by the time I had with this one. So that does mean we move on to the next one, and I'm going to try and alternate between one I think I'm going to like and one I think I'm probably going to end up unhauling. And we're going to go for Rainbow Grey. This is going to hurt a little bit because I loved the first one, and obviously Gavin is in this one as Gusty Gav, but I do think that they're just too young for me now. I'm going to give it a go. If it sucks me back into the cuteness and gives me some sort of, nostalgic vibe from when I read the first one, I don't know. We'll see if that happens. But if I am just feeling a bit I am permitting myself to DNF and then unhaul and probably donate the series. We will see how it goes. And this one is very heavily illustrated with very big text, so should be able to make some pretty rapid progress in this. And I should probably also take off the buy one get one half price sticker that's been on it since I bought this book, because I know it always upsets people when I leave the stickers on. So there's that. Right, let's dive into this, except I now can't sit in my chair because someone stole it. Guess who? The side eye that I just got. Guess who stole my chair? Only the cutest little boy in the world. But he has stolen my chair. So I guess I'm just going to steal his. Okay, I'm making this decision pretty swiftly. I am 66 pages into Rainbow Grey, Eye of the Storm, which is the second book in the Rainbow Grey trilogy. 66 pages in. I read the first one of this, I don't know how many years ago, when it first came out. Many, many years ago. When did this second one come out, actually? It should have a year on it, right? This was published in 2022, which means I read the first book about 5 years ago. It's pretty much exactly what I said it was going to be. It's too young for me now. Some of the language, the way characters speak, the dialogue, it's just too young for me. It's just the wrong end of middle grade. And I knew it would be, but I just hoped that maybe I would get past that and feel some sort of nostalgia. But instead, what I found is that I'm kind of like rolling my eyes at the jokes and stuff because they're children's jokes, because it's a children's book. So this is entirely me, not the book. Like, the book is doing exactly what it's supposed to do for its target audience. That's just not me anymore. So I am purging this trilogy. I don't need any of them. I'm not going to read them. It's done. It's gone. So that's 3 books that are going to be off the shelf. This is like a little side quest to a shelf reflection. We're just doing a genre reflection. Or I suppose it is a shelf reflection of like a whole case. It's a bookcase reflection. So that's 3 books that can come off it. At the end of this vlog, we might like go through the spreadsheet and do all the graveyarding and stuff. But that's another one done. So we are moving on to book number 3, and I'm going to read this one, Explorers at Pirate Island by Alex Bell. I love the Polar Bear Explorers series by Alex Bell. I love them so much. This is the Ocean Squid trilogy. This is the second book in the Ocean Squid trilogy. I read the first one. I liked it. Did I like it as much as Polar Bear Explorers? If I'm being completely honest, no. Because I love Polar Bear Explorers because it's polar fantasy. This obviously is not, but this one is piratey. So I'm still excited about this. We've got characters that I know from the series already, and a receipt in this book from when I purchased it on the 5th of November 2021. The receipt just lives in the book. I am reading it on the 22nd of November 2025. When I purchased this, did I think it would take me that long? Absolutely not. But here we are. And I'm still mad that there's no audiobook for this, because there is an audiobook for the previous 4 books, just not for this one. So that's a bit silly, but it is what it is. So I'm going to give this one a go. Hopefully I fall into this a bit more and enjoy this one better. It's slightly older, I think. It's been a long time since I've read one though, so fingers crossed. Look at him. Just sitting there. Just chilling. Just watching, seeing what's going on. Just having a little peep. Anyway, right, I am having I'm having thoughts, I'm having feelings, I'm having, I don't know, like revelations that I don't want to have. I am about halfway through this one, Explorers at Pirate Island by Alex Bell, which is the 5th book in the Polar Bear Explorers, or just Explorers series. And I don't love it. I'm 187 pages in, and I'm just feeling very meh about it, which is how a lot of Middlegrade is making me feel lately. I'm just feeling very, I could take it or leave it. I don't really care. I could stop right now and it wouldn't bother me. And considering how many unread books your girl owns, do I have the time to be reading books that feel like that? Do I continue with Middlegrade when it does just make me feel very I don't know. And this is sad, because I thought I would like this. I've been chatting to my patrons about it, and I've kind of just had this whole rant over there about how, like, some Middlegrade, like Wilderlaw, pleasantly surprising, I really enjoyed. Skandar is one that I do look forward to reading more of. There's some that I still enjoy. And then there's some that just hold so much nostalgia for me, like the Polar Bear Explorers Club I love, not loving the second trilogy in that series. So do I stop now and just leave it at I loved the first 3, but the second trilogy's just not as good for me, and that's okay? Do I do that? And then obviously Rainbow Grey being too young for me, that is what it is. And then I'm looking over at my shelf and some of the other things up there and thinking, like, I just don't think it's for me. There's so much up there that I just don't think is for me. And I could clear so much of that shelf. Like, do I make that my Lego shelf now instead? I need somewhere to put my medieval village. Do I DNF this and just accept the loss and think that I could be spending my time reading other books that I will genuinely enjoy a lot more, that will not just leave me feeling very, I could stop at any point and not bother. It's fine. Or do I at least read the books that make me feel like that, but are my target audience, so I can at least be a bit more, like, thoughtful in my reviews of them? Because when it's a Middlegrade that leaves me feeling very, like, I can't exactly critique why it makes me feel because I'm not the target audience. It's a children's book, and I am approaching 30, you know? I'm only 28, but I'm getting there. And it breaks my heart, because I used to love Middlegrade so much. Obviously, me and Gavin used to do Middlegrade monthly together. We used to, you know, he used to have Believathon, and we used to do so many, like, reading Middlegrade things together. We had the reading races, where we would race and read Middlegrade together. And it does hold so many fond memories for that reason. But it just doesn't do the same for me anymore. And now I want different. I want more fantasy. I want more epic. I want more adult, I guess. I've moved into also reading more, like, contemporary, like my healing fiction, my translated fic. I now read more horror than I ever did before. Like, now my adult reading is expanding a lot more, and my desire to reach for Middlegrade is really slipping. And I guess I just need to have the reality call myself. And I think this has been something that I've been working on gradually. And I've done a couple of, like, enormous Middlegrade unhauls. And I'm just holding on to certain things that I think I do need to let go of. There's series up there that I've read, I've completed, and I'm thinking, do I need to hold on to them? Could they be better placed if I was able to donate them to a library, or somehow get them into the hands of children that will enjoy them and they're in a better place than here? Like, I've got the Adventures on Trains series that I could donate, All of the Jennifer Killick books, I liked them. Do I need to keep them? Am I ever going to reread them? Not really. I haven't even got to starting this one yet today, but I don't even want to. Like, I have very little desire. It just doesn't. I think maybe doing this is having the right effect on me, and I think maybe the next step to this is purge. Like, real purge. The Rainbow Grey books can go. The Jennifer Bell books can go. The Ocean Squid books, oh, breaks my heart, but can go. Jennifer Killick can go. Adventures on Trains can go. The Winter House trilogy can go. Amari and the Night Brothers can go. But there's so much up there that can go. And some of it doesn't hurt, but this does. Steal my chair again. Go on, dare you. I dare you. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. I dare you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, you gave me a ball. I didn't even see it. What's that? I thought you were going to steal my chair. Silly boy. Right, well, that hurt, but I've done it. My middle grades have now been condensed to 3 shelves. I have left all of Adventures on Trains and all of the Dreadwood series up there. Only because I'm thinking that my sister might actually really like those. In fact, there's probably some in here that she would really like as well. Like, I reckon she would love Wonderscape. Maybe I'll give Wonderscape to my sister as well. The rest of it, maybe not. Is this one that I did the edges of myself? Did I do this? Yeah, the sequel does not have sprayed edges, so I definitely did that red myself. That's held up pretty well for one that I spreadged myself. Anyway, maybe my sister would also like these. My sister is a big reader, my youngest little sister. And I do love giving her books. So actually, maybe I'll just let her have first pick. There's definitely some in here that she will not want, but there's others that she might. So maybe she can have first pick. In which case, I could probably actually just bring all the Dreadwood ones off as well. And then she can pick from them. So that means I've got 2.5 shelves of middle grade left. And this is the wake-up call I needed. Will I, in future, maybe even condense that 2.5 shelves down even further? Maybe. But I've kept ones up there that I have read and loved. I have kept my Vashti Hardy. Maybe I shouldn't have. But again, soft spot, love Vashti Hardy. I've kept my Michelle Harrison. I have read all my Michelle Harrison, so there's that. I've kept my Phil Hicks. Love my Phil Hicks. Oh. My lights have gone out. Hold on. There we go. So I've kept a couple that are still on the TBR, but mostly they're read. So I guess the next task actually is going to be to update my spreadsheet and see what that does for shelf reflection, because that is an enormous reflection that we've just done. And now I have a shelf for my Lego, and I'm gonna need another shelf for my Lego. That's not gonna be enough room for my Legos. I'll cross that bridge after Christmas. Because actually, there's the whole bottom portion of that shelf just really needs help, but because it's in the bottom corner and I don't see it very much, I don't really think about it very much. Also, that Lego car, is going to be hung up on the wall at some point, so then I'll get a whole shelf over here. This whole stack, do we want to go through what I'm getting rid of? This one still hurts. This one doesn't hurt so much. I liked the first one, but I never got round to reading the second one. I never will. This one I read in spooky season and I liked. I'm not going to reread it. I don't need to hold on to it. As we've just established, Wonderscape and Legendarium. I think Legendarium actually is, yeah, signed and personalised, and I never read it. I'm so sorry, Jen. This one I read in Iceland, should have left in Iceland. This one, again, read for spooky season. It was fine. This one we've just established I'm getting rid of, along with its companions. Eek. Amari, I liked, never got around to reading the sequel, am never going to. The Ice Children I have read, I'm not going to reread it. What else have we got? House on Horder Hill, I've read, I'm not going to reread it. Eye of the North, I've read. I really liked this one, but I'm not going to reread it, and it doesn't have as, like, strong a nostalgic point in me. This one and this one are the other two books in that Ocean Squid series. I've read this one and I liked it, and this is the last one, which I'm clearly now just never going to get to. The Smoking Hourglass, The Frozen Telescope are the sequels to The Crooked Sixpence, which I have read. It was fine, as I established. I just don't have any desire to read it, and I'm no longer attached to KJM as an illustrator. And then finally, the Winter House books. I've only got 2 and 3 here because my sister has actually already taken book 1, but she didn't like it, so I'll probably take that back off her and donate the rest of the series. And that's the stack. Plus all of the Dreadwood and all of the Adventures on Trains books as well, which will also come down here. My intention for this was definitely to read more, but I think what this has in turn kind of become, like what this has tumbled into, has also been beneficial. And I still read and enjoyed one book, and then this became a shelf reflection side quest. Let's go do the spreadsheet and make it a real shelf reflection side quest. Okay, here we are in the spreadsheet. Total unread books, 306 currently, but boom, we're going all the way down. Yeah, we're down here, aren't we? We've got some Skandar and some... Okay. I'm going to need to renumber all of these as well. 5.1. Let's get going. These ones. Graveyard. That's mad. Delete. Right, they can stay, and they are staying, and they are staying. This one got DNF'd, and from here all the way to here. So we've got Ocean Squid all the way down to Ice Bear Miracle. Oh my goodness. Graveyard. That's just wild of me. So now you are also 5.1. Will the Law is now red. Oh, The Last Bear. I kept you. You're still on the TBR and I kept you. You'll be good for Polathon. Potkin and Stubbs I have kept. And then Winter House down to here is Graveyard! My Vashti Hardy is now 5.1s. Pinch of Magic is now 5.1s. Avalon Jones is 5.1. Howl's Moving Castle is 5. It's 5.1 and 5.2, actually. It can stay on 5.2 because I've got my special edition up on 5.1 and then the rest of my Diana Wynne Jones on 5.2, so that can all stay. That is all fine. Kiki's Delivery is staying. Serial Chillers has gone. So this one I've just added in, so that can be killed. These are currently still on there. Ice Children can be added to the graveyard. 36 deaths, which means you can be deleted from here. Adventures on Trains currently still on there, but will be coming off. And then we've got the House on Hoarder Hill is dead. Delete. Republic of Birds I kept because I loved, and these two I kept because they're set where I was born. This one can go, and these three can go. Which means over here, these... Oh, no, I want all of you. You lot can... Where's delete gone? There it is. Go. House Trap can add to here. And then be killed from here. Root Magic I have kept. Frostfire I have kept. Frankie Best Hates Quests I have also kept because something about that makes me think I'm going to like it. I've kept Quint Saga, I've kept Skandar, I've kept Eerie on Sea, and I've kept the last Starfall. There's actually still a fair bit of TBR Middlegrade, isn't there? Not as many as there was, but we've still got that and that. Still got a couple of Vashti Hardys. Diana Wynne Jones is fine. Still got Root Magic, Frankie Best, and the Twig and Quint Saga books. I'm keeping these on Gavin's recommendation, like entirely Gavin's recommendation. Even recently he's said about me reading these, so they're staying for Gavin when I eventually read them. Skandar, as I've said, I've liked and I do look forward to continuing when I'm in the mood. I've finished the Thomas Taylor ones. They're not causing any harm. I liked them. Could they go as well? Really? Probably. I'm going to leave it at that for now, though. We've graveyarded this many books. We've just graveyarded 24 books. Oh, this is more successful than a normal episode of Shelf Reflection. Oh, where does that take me? I now have under 200, not quite, under 300 unread books. Shocking. Shocking news. Christmas is coming. That's not gonna last. Oh, okay. Right. Say goodbye to the spreadsheet, because spreadsheet's going goodbye now. Which means you are back with me. And I'm gonna leave this video here. As I say, it definitely tumbled into becoming something that it was never supposed to be in the first place, but I'm kind of happy with where we've ended up. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Even if Middlegrade isn't normally your thing and you've just been here for the clear out, thank you. If you've just been here for the Shelf Reflection mention, then thank you as well. I will be doing a normal episode of Shelf Reflection very, very soon. Very soon. Like, I will be starting it within the next couple of weeks. Maybe even this week. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a day here. So thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. Hope you've had fun. I am very sorry to any middle grade lovers who I might have graveyarded a favourite book of, and I mean no harm. And now I've got space for more Lego, and I'm going to need even more space for Lego, so those ones that I'm keeping on there, they're going to have to go. They're just going to have to go. Anyway, I'll see you in whatever comes next. Bye!